Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Eludes a tackle. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
But it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
So on the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. They go with a direct snap. He shreds the tackle. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down.
How about that, Chris? He gets a chance once, twice. They go back to him a 3rd time. He's still short of the first down. This defense really locking in on that running back every time he touches the football.
Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on the opening drive from their own territory. That's a designed quarterback keeper. And the Commodores will try to keep this drive moving. Aggressively again on 1st and 10.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game, on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the first down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running back has it on a screen now. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. Here's the second down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Dropping back. It's Keene. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Just ran away from the defense.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. Just able to stop him, but it's a great return. Lucky to prevent a touchdown, but they begin the drive with excellent field position. Vanderbilt's offense heads back out onto the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Heading left after the handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. Direct snap to the back. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Okay, it's third down after that run. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. No huddle now for the offense.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lofting it toward the left sideline. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Bringing pressure. It's a fourth down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
They call the counter run here. And it'll be Smolder right at the line for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So 2 runs produce nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Keene. Receiver makes the catch. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. The back's got it. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
What a job by this offense picking up the 1st down. As a play caller, you look at where you are on the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Caught, completion. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 1st period of play. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's 1st and goal.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And now to try here for the extra point. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner looking to create better field position. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Vandy offense back on the field now. Remember last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and it'll cost the offense 5.
I think the commotion over, man. There's a lot going on over here. You bumping, though. You bumping. I'm going to come back, though. I'm going to come back. I'm come back, though.
Receivers around now before the snap.
I'm going to come back on your ass.
Jet sweep. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a short completion to the tight end. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down. And the Commodores will crank up the tempo.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for offense, looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
Throw that in the dirt.
Quarterback off target there, put behind him.
But This defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
I ain't even mean to throw it like that either.
Pass there, but doesn't work.
Boy,
not even to him either. God damn.
Stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages. Really
he hit me. 1st down, baby.
Disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed, y'all.
4th down coming up.
Let's play some football, y'all. Play some football.
Penalty and take the yardage.
The nag out of my head. Play some football.
Offense gets a 2nd chance after the roughing the punter penalty. Quarterback keeps the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Getting set. Here's 2nd down.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out.
Stop playing with you real quick. Play my game, man. Let's go score.
The Commodores are on the move here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Look at that. He's still going. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. QB decides to keep it here. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Quick throw caught on the left side. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his 1st down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Commodores looking to use the up-tempo offense here. He's running out of time here. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up a 3rd down. After a long drive, it's a crucial 4-point play. Can they score a touchdown or have to settle for 3? They'll run here on 3rd and goal. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. kickoff team now set to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Tailback with another carry. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field. It's Keene. Makes a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Linebacker shifting around now. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So here comes the Commodores offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Makes the grab on the right side for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
2nd down and goal upcoming. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. You see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Kane moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To throw, it's Keene. Lets it go quickly. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
First down, looking to throw the football. Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big pull on the ball and bat it away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line.
Told you I was going to come back.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. 2nd down after that previous play. Back to throw. It's Keene. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Cut quick to the throw. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Commodores will kick it off to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback to start the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects a team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Using his legs, it's Thomas. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to pass. It's Keene. It's a quick grab. They make the 1st down, brought down to the 31.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And in 1st down, they go right back to him. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And the tackling right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So the Vanderbilt offense heads back out onto the field. Has the first down, still on the move. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
He'll hand it off. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Important second down play coming up. Movement here from the tight end. Toss play to the outside. Some hard running there through a tackle. Brought down after the nice spin move. Just a small gain by the offense.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
And the quarterback will just sneak it now.
Well, well, well. The old quarterback sneak. Well, whatever you got to do to keep this drive moving. We've seen them convert in different ways on this drive, and that sneak will keep this defense guessing when they're in short yardage coming up in the future.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Receiver makes the grab. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Looking to throw it on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Oh, what a move. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. They go with a direct snap. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. And the Commodores looking to crank up the tempo a bit. That player moved a little bit too early to false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. They've converted one of their 2 fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, what a play by this safety to kind of sit back in cover 2, baiting this quarterback to make the throw. I thought he showed patience and then instincts once the ball's in the air to come up with that interception.
Here's the handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Same tailback, another carry. Look at him run through those tacklers. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw. It's Keene. There's a screen pass to the running back. Defense flies in to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that 1st down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the 1st down.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the 1st down.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Jet sweep, receiver trying to find some room. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, they gave up some yards here, but, man, that's a pretty good job by this defense against the jet sweep. You see who was carrying the ball there? He can fly. I would argue he's the fastest guy on the field. So you don't give up the big play. You give up a few yards. I think that's a win for the defense.
And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on 3rd down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the 1st down. And he's able to do that here in the 4th quarter.
It's a run to the left. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Vanderbilt's offense heads back out onto the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And looking to throw now on first down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Commodores will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
The important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he's going to launch it deep again. The catch is made for a huge pickup. He has first down yardage at the 46. And the Commodores come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. The sack on the play could not escape the pass rush. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down now after the sack. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they hand it off to the back. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, anything at this point in the game, when you get down to 1st and goal, you get positive yards, that's a good thing. Now, what will they do here on 2nd goal? They spread this defense out, try to create some one-on-one matchups.
Second and goal for the offense. Direct snap to the back. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Commodores.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
What if they got cooked up with his 2-point conversion attempt? That's a design quarterback keeper. He'll make it into the end zone. They gamble and it works. They now lead by 1 here in the 4th quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. They'll hand it off. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Nice solid run here by this back. Do a nice job of just kind of finding that lane. Pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Offense getting set. Second down play here. The defense with more pre-snap movement. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. To throw, it's Keene. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good.
Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. He went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. But with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Man, hell of a game, man.
Down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. It's going to end up costing them the game.
First and goal. Late touchdown here with just about 6.
Oh, I wouldn't. That's too late there. We getting in that end zone.
Toward the goal line.
I don't like that though.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Now it's 7.
That's another touchdown.
I should have just took the knee.
Can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Big play by the defense. He stopped short, and it's still a 1-score game.
No good. That keeps the score. Vanderbilt, 35. Ohio
So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. Looking for his big tight end. He's got his man wide open. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's caught downfield. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes.
But I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Keene. Quick throw over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. A forced down drop here in the middle of the field.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And that's a solid return.
Yeah, good game.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They played well all game long.
Man, the whole game, you was up 14-0. I knew I was going to come back, though, but yeah, good game.
And the quarterback just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team